Hello everyone and welcome to another lesson. Today I want to explain a little bit more about iterators and aggregators. Now, a lot of people think of them as a hard thing to understand, and I can agree with you as a person who's not a developer. First time I got introduced to them, I really was confused. What can they be useful? How can they be useful? Where can I use them? I'll try to explain it today as simple as possible. Okay, let's start. So create a new scenario in Make, and then I'm gonna name this scenario. So we're gonna, okay, so let's say iterators. Okay, then I'm gonna add now I need a source, so I need a data source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another scenario from here, the one that I used Apify and got some LinkedIn jobs. So I need some data, so I'll take some of that data and I'll put it here so I can easily get data, so I can iterate over that data and use it. So I'm going to grab these, I click shift and drag to select, and then copy, and then I go here, and then I'm gonna go paste. Now I have these. Now I just need to move this there and delete this node. Right click and delete. Okay, so with this Apify, we're just gonna get, we're gonna run that. So if you need an explanation about Apify, please go to the tutorial about that and you'll know how this is set up. So what this gives me, so I'm gonna run this to get some data. So this will give me data that I can then use iterators and aggregators on. So the term iterator and aggregator, you need data to go over that, right? No, it's called iterator, and it's called if you go to flow control once it's done, because now it's running synchronously. It's waiting for the data to come in order to get the actual data from Apify. I recommend using Apify. It has a lot of really good already made tasks that you can use that will simplify the whole process. So it's still running. All right, let's see in Apify. Okay, so it got the data. There you go. We have 16. Okay, good. So now we have data. Our data is in the form of bundles or collections, right? Collection, here we go. And each collection has a number of fields like company, link, title, a lot of things, okay? Now, you can find iterators and aggregators in the flow control. Now, it's called array aggregator and it's called iterator. So array aggregators, what does this mean is that it makes an array. It takes a bunch of collections or data and makes it into one single array. Now, an array is a group of objects. You can think of an array as a bag, and it has a lot of objects in it, and you can put it up in one bag, so you can take that bag simply and move it around, right? Now iterators does the exact opposite. It will take that bag, it will open it up, and it will take every item out of the bag, right? So now you have 10 scattered items. Is when you use iterator, right? You take the bag and you unpack it. An array aggregator is you take everything, all these 10 items, you could put them in the bag and you see that now you have an aggregator. So in our case here we have multiple collections, right? So we have that bag spread up. So what we need is to put everything into one thing. So we should use, you guessed it, which is an array aggregator. So we have to select the source. So where are we going to get the data? We're going to get it from this get data set in here. Okay. So, and then we select what we want. So what we want to put in that bag, in that array. We want the title, we want the company name, we could use the location. We want to know if it is, let's see what else we can get. So I think location, did we get, yeah, we got location. So there's a lot of things here. Let's see what we want to get. So we want to get apply URL. Let's get employment status. Let's see. I think we'll get those, only those. Okay, work remotely. Okay, let's get those. So now, as you can see, that now that I made an array aggregator, it has this gray enclosure between these two, because it's getting data from here to here. So now these are in a loop. You can imagine that together. So these are together, it takes data from here and it feeds it here, right? And then what we will have is one bag that has all the items that we chose in here, okay? So we're gonna run this again. So run anyway. So what we expect now is to have a bag of things that we wanted inside something called an array. Now, why do we do an array? So an array is very useful because there's a lot of functions that you can do on an array. Okay, so now this is done. So you see all these bundles are now in one array. And this array has all of those together. So title, location, everything that we need. Okay, everything here is as we need it. There you go. Okay, so now we put everything together again, and now we have all of these picked information in one array. Now, what I was saying about the array functions, let's go to set variable, and then there's here something called so there are general functions, math functions, there are text and binary functions, and there's a functions for working with arrays, right? So why do we do an array is because we can use all of these functions with them, because they're easy to manipulate. We can join, we can do the length, so the length would know the amount of items that are in array. Now I have a full tutorial on arrays that you can see in another video. I recommend you watch that to get to know all of some of these useful ones. Okay, so now we know about iterators. So an iterator takes items, put them in a bag, seal them. We can choose the item that we want to put in the bag. Now, what is an aggregator? So, sorry, we got to know about an aggregator, so now we want to know about an iterator. As the picture says, so we'll open up the bag and we'll get everything out again, okay? So, an iterator takes an array, okay? So we need to specify the array here. So that is the array. So we're taking things from here. There was like 25 items. We put them in a bag. We put 10 items of them in a bag. They are sealed, and then now we're unpacking the bag. Okay. Now before I unpack the bag, I want to put just a simple. I want to perform a simple action here. I want to set a variable here and name it. Okay. Then I want to just perform I want to select one of these arrays, just to tell you so I'm going to select the title. Now if you select the title, since this is an array, so there's not just one title, there's a lot of titles, and in make it gives you this space between these two brackets. The reason here is that you can choose which item you want. So I want item 1, item 2, item 3, so I can choose which one. So I want item 1, okay? Let me run this again and then we'll see the result. again, we're taking items from here, we're choosing 10, put them in a bag, seal them up as an array that we can use all these awesome functions that we learned about. Now, after that, we took one item from that array and we put it inside array 01 and we named it which position. So because an array has position, is it position 1, 2, 3, 4? We chose position 1, which is this crm.net developer. If you see here, it's item 1, and in the array it's array. So these are the numbers, right? This is item 1 title. So this is how we can manipulate. So then we put everything together in an iterator. So we took the array and we opened up the bag, which is the array, and we unbundled everything. So now we have all of those unbundled with the data that we want. Now if we perform an action here, like for example add to Google Sheet, for example, then it will go ahead and add all of these items, right? Because when you put a Google Sheet, it will perform all of these bundles one by one, right? This is one of the uses of bundles, of collections, right? But if you apply this on an array, if you apply a Google Sheet exactly after the array, Google Sheet will not know which because an array is a sealed bag. So it will just, it will not take the bag and put it inside of Google Sheet. It will not understand. Unless you specify which item of that array you want added, Google Sheets will not do it, right? So this is an example here where I specified which one I want to add. In here, you should specify which number you want in, okay? So an array is powerful in terms of manipulating the array, choosing which item that you want to work with. But if you want to work with all items, it's better to work in a collection, and it's better to unpack that array with an iterator. All right, so I hope this was useful to you guys. If you have any questions, please let me know. As usual, I will put some awesome links in the description box below that you could use. That will be beneficial to you. It would be great if you guys like this video. It will give me a sign that I'm doing good videos for you guys, and I'll do more. Subscribe to this channel so you receive more content from my side as well. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.